Here's how to cut cost without impacting the growth of your company. So CFOs have, among many other job functions, one main priority, and that is to balance companies' growth with the money they spend, right? So controlling, making sure you're spending the money at the right place. And spend management is a great way to do that. So the more you understand your spend, the better you are in a position to, you know, allocate the capital where you need it. So let's take some examples. Let's say you're a small startup trying to grow, and like us, right? Uh, you have multiple opportunities in front of you to invest your capital, right? There's no shortage of opportunities. But how do you go about vetting which opportunities to kind of, go spend money on, right? Now, you can do all your analysis you want in terms of on a spreadsheet, right? Start in the morning till the evening, build all the scenarios, whatever you want, right? In the ROI and all. But there's no replacement of sometimes doing it and seeing the investment, return on it real quick. So when you're thinking about balancing growth and cost control is like, you're nourishing a tree. You don't want to limit the water and the nutrients, right? But at the same time, you want to give the right nutrients so there's no weed growing up along with it, right? So
Yep.
that's kind of a close analogy on how you want to think about that. And so the weed in this case is the wastage, right? And the money that you can avoid not spending. And the right nutrients is the finding the opportunities where you want to funnel in your, from a cash standpoint and focus on that. Now, there are different opportunities from, there are different strategies, I would say, in this case, right? In terms of a CFO might look at it and say, okay, maybe we rather than trying to grow the business, we'll just acquire a business. They already have the customers, we have the opportunity, so those are inorganic. But when you think about organic growth standpoint, it just helps a lot when you start questioning why we're spending and what is the outcome we're going to get,
Mhm.
and what is the past history of this tactics that we have used. So a lot of times there's a lot of wastage from a especially in marketing, right? Because there's a lot of opportunities you go after, and then you see somebody else doing something, and then your marketing leader might want to do the same thing. Okay, we want to invest in SEO because everybody does it, right? And in today's term, it'll be generative AI, right? Everybody should do something about it because I want to run a campaign or whatever the case is.
Yep.
Now, sometimes you don't have the answers, and that is where the CFO can ask the right questions to make sure that has that person done their homework to really know what they're doing, or they're just doing it because it's a fad and they want to be part of it, right? Or they're doing it for FOMO reasons. Uh, but the other way to think about it is if you have done something like that closely in the past, what was the outcome at that time? And if we did not achieve the outcome, why that was the case? So
Mhm.
let's make it more practical. Take with the SEO example. I want to invest in SEO. Okay, have we done that in the past? Yeah, we did a small experiment for 3 months. What was the outcome? And did we look at it like how competitive the market is? How much time it'll take for us to get into that. So you become more realistic when you ask this question, and then you say, oh gosh, our market is highly competitive. There are so many other players. If we really have to do this, we have to 10x the investment, and we have to do it for 2 years. And now all of a sudden you're asking a better question and said, okay, should we then even do it, or is there a better opportunity available
Yep.
to kind of do that? So it's understanding what we have done in the past, and CFOs taking the role more of uh, not questioning why you're spending, but understanding, more in terms of lean in and understand and said, okay, great, let's figure it out together. Is this the right opportunity or not? And once you find the right opportunity, you funnel your cash there.